Hey, mama.
You know, I always start out, Jen, where you been? Where you been, Jen? Well, I told you that I wasn't feeling well. I was a bit stiff, but I did take care of myself. I did take a moment to have self-care, but what I'm realizing, y'all, when you go to pick your self-care day, your self-care day can be a little bit of time every day. So I had to take some moments to have some self-care time, a little bit of time every day over the weekend, over the week, for real. And whether it is getting me, making sure I'm drinking my water, making sure I'm taking care of my health, getting me a little something a little stronger, if you know what I'm saying, getting you a little drink, it's okay, relaxing, or doing what I spent majority of my time doing, which was relaxing and binge watching Girlfriends. I had to binge watch my show, Girlfriends. I have been a fan, like a day one fan of Girlfriends. Girlfriends and The Game were my favorite shows to watch when they were out on CW. And I don't know. I remember we didn't even have cable. And I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta find these episodes of The Game and Girlfriends, and I had to find them on YouTube. I did whatever I could to find those episodes, but I am so happy that Girlfriends and The Game are both on Netflix. And so I spent my time binge watching Girlfriends. And the thing I love about Girlfriends is that it is a show that you can enjoy with your spouse, your significant other. My husband and I sat there and we laughed and we chatted. It like sparked conversations. We talked about, who do you think I act like? You think I'm more Joan? You think I'm more Maya? You think I'm more Tony? You think I'm more Lynn? Because that was a conversation that was sparking on social media. So it had me curious, like, who do you, from a different perspective, who do you think I am? I really think I am Joan with a mix of Maya, honey. Because, you know what I'm saying? I can get real. I can be real, but I likes to keep it all together. But another thing about Joan is she has a challenge of wanting everything to be perfect. And that is a challenge that I face, that I'm working on. As I told y'all before, my therapist friend taught me about being imperfectly perfect. Or perfectly imperfect, however you want to say it, or unapologetically yourself. So I had to get out of that cycle of trying to be so perfect, trying to keep it all together, trying to have everything in order. And if it don't work out like it works in my head, then I lose it. I have anxiety. So I'm trying to get out of that. But that's what makes me, if I had to pick out of the 4 girls or the 4 girlfriends, I am Joan with a mix of Maya. Who are you? Share in the comments wherever the podcast is promoted, wherever the podcast is posted. If you're watching on YouTube, yes, I am on YouTube. In this video, the video of this podcast, you'll find clips of it on YouTube. Who are you? Let me know in the comments. Are you Joan, Maya, Lynn, Tony, William, or a mix of multiple girlfriends? So yeah, I spent my time watching Girlfriends, had me a couple of drinks, focused on getting my heat pad together. Oh, and then I enjoy my Sundays with my girls. Where we get on Zoom and we talk about Lovecraft Country. That is another show that y'all have to get up on if you're not on it. Lovecraft Country comes on HBO. It is an interesting historical sci-fi situation. And I'm not even into sci-fi, y'all, like that. But this show, it kind of reminds you of Watchmen. I think Watchmen is either on Showtime or HBO. But Watchmen with Regina King, it reminds you of that. It's on the same historical references, the same road as that. But it's awesome. I don't know. But it comes on Sundays. So I watch my Lovecraft Country And then I get with my girls on Zoom and we catch up on the show. We discuss the shows and we try to find different shows to catch up on to talk about. So Insecure was the first show that we talked about. Insecure on HBO was the first show that we started with. And then we jumped over to Lovecraft Country since Insecure is not on anymore. So Lovecraft Country, y'all, check it out. HBO. They're not paying me for this, but check it out. And like I said, I get with my girls on Sunday. We do our Zoom call. I talk about Lovecraft Country. We're talking about recording some of these conversations too. So stay tuned. You might see us on YouTube somewhere or social media. So yeah, that was my self-care. And you know, with Girlfriends, I find myself, it is 8 seasons of Girlfriends. First of all, I didn't realize how many seasons there were. The game cut it short on Netflix. They didn't give all the seasons. They didn't give the new seasons when they came back. But Girlfriends, there are 8 seasons. So I find myself watching maybe 2 or 3, maybe even 4 episodes of Girlfriends before I go to bed. Like when we get off of here, after I do the after show, I'm probably going to go and watch an episode of Girlfriends. I'm not going to lie. Maybe 2. And I have to tell myself, okay, I'm done. I literally say out loud, okay, I'm done. And then I turn it off. But I'm super, super excited about Girlfriends being on Netflix. What's your favorite show to binge? If Girlfriends ain't it, what's your favorite show to binge? So again, I've been focusing on self-care. That's where I've been. I've been trying to get myself well. I've been trying to get my boys well because they've been sick. These boys, with COVID-19 happening, it is such a stressful, anxiety-filled situation. Because now tomorrow is the first day of fall. Fall is about to come in, which is flu season, cold and flu season. So your kids, if they're in school, they're bound to catch colds. You have allergy situations happening out there. And so everybody is such in a panic about COVID to where if the kids are sick, it's like, oh my gosh, do they have COVID? How did they get COVID if they do have it? Like my kids I go crazy, like mask, eye protection, everything, like hand sanitizer, like soap, water, wipes, anything that you can think of to keep them safe. I'm doing it. So it's like, if they do have COVID, if this is COVID, then how did you get it? You know? So my kids have been sick and, unfortunately, the hurricane happened. And because of the Hurricane Sally, I think that was her name, Sally. Because of the hurricane, school was closed for the whole week. So that gave us a whole week to rest up and get ourselves, over these colds. Now I say ourselves because when my husband and I, we start to feel sick because these kids are coughing. They're not covering their mouths properly. And even though we made them wear masks, it's like still, I don't know. They want to get in your bed. They want to hold you. And you can't help, especially with the 5-year-old. It's like, I can't help but to hug you. And you start to feel sick. So I had to go out to the store and buy us some emergency drink stuff, some allergy medicine, and some Zicam. It's like, we cannot get sick. And so fortunately, I think my husband had a little moment where he felt sick, but fortunately we didn't get sick. And I'm still popping pills and drinking drinks because I ain't got time for it, y'all. I just don't have time for it. So yeah, fortunately that gave us some time to recover. So Friday I took them to get a COVID test. My youngest is a G. Stick it up his nose. He might cough a little bit, but done. My 13-year-old, my teenager, it took 4 of us to hold him down. And he has autism. So it's like, bruh, this ain't gonna work. Can you imagine in my little Honda that I drive, my Honda Accord, is like me in the back seat, the car seat with my 5-year-old, the booster seat, a 13-year-old who is taller than me, and I'm 5'4.5". He's about 5'8", I believe. And 3 nurses holding him down, trying to stick this thing up his nose to get this test. Oh my God. When I was done with that, I was done for the week. I was like, I'm done. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm glad school is out because I'm just done. So we did that on Friday, got the results today. Definitely thankful that they both were negative. And so my oldest is back to school tomorrow. So that's pretty much how my week went with y'all.